Alright, so in this third video, I'm going to talk about adding footage to the scene and having the footage look like it's coming from the rectangle box of the footage of the film strip. Yeah. Anyway, so I've organized the folders, or I made folders and I organized them because there's a lot of assets being used now. I made a folder called footage. I made a folder called image assets. This here is called solids. It's always here regardless. After Effects makes it. Inside of it, I don't know why they call it solids, but there's a null. It's automatically placed in there. I think I want to name this like where I press enter and I'll name it default After Effects stuff. What? Yeah, I want this. So basically it's asking me, if the After Effects software, if it makes new stuff like new nulls, new solids, new whatever, it's asking me, do I want to put into this the solids folder that I've renamed, right? Or do you want me to make another new folder and call it solids again? So I'm like, you know what? Dump it all into the folder that I just renamed to default After Effects stuff. There. It's just better that way, Anyway, so in my image assets, I have the analog film strip. Footage folder, I have a whole bunch of stuff. I've renamed them, right? Double click it, right? I made sure to rename them ahead of time, or like people walking during dusk, skateboarder, whatever. Like horses BRoll, really nice. Okay, close that. The preview, asset preview. I'm gonna grab the horses BRoll, chuck it down here way at the bottom. I have the toggle transparency on to help me see things better. And the null controller that's driving everything, I made sure that's center aligned. But I made it so that's sitting at the roof up here, flush. The horses BRoll, I'm gonna press S for scale it down to like, I don't know, 29%. I do not unlock the constraints. Do not mess with the constraints, right? Because you don't want to skew it. Last thing you want to do is skew your assets, because professionals will catch on to it right away. It's just bad. It's just bad habits. Alright, so position it like this. I'm looking in, making sure that I don't see any gaps. You could test for gaps, right, by right clicking new, solid. Solid is just a solid color. I'm gonna give it a red solid to check for gaps, whatever. Place it down at the bottom, and then I'm gonna lock it there. As you can see, I'm not seeing any red around the edges here. I am seeing this cropping out, and I'm seeing that cropping out. So just like I thought about the masking for the film strip, I'm gonna mask out these areas. I select the BRoll footage. I'm gonna go click on the rectangle tool, and then I'm gonna just zoom in, middle mouse to pan, I'm gonna just click from here, click outside, drag, drag, drag. It's doing that stupid inverse thing. Invert. I'm gonna set to invert. So it's gonna add, but add into the inverted section. There. Let's just press the freaking invert button and we're good. There. With the mask one still selected, I have it set to add and it's inverted. Oh shit, what did I just do? See, just the stupid shit. Weird. Middle mouse, drag, zoom in. I'm gonna just click and drag like so. Made a new mask. It's mask 2. I'm gonna set this to invert. Oh, subtract. Yeah, just like before. There you go. First one set to add, inverted. Mask 2 set to subtract and uncheck. And there you have it. There's your setup. Now it will play within it. But in return, I need to also make this follow the null. That way the null moves everything, while inside the footage plays. See? Super fun. Then I also lock this, but before I lock it, I'll change it to yellow because they are one set. And then I'll lock the B-roll footage of the horses, and the film strip runs everything like so. I'll do one more. Let's say this one. Drag and drop it at the bottom. It's a massive size, ultra massive. Press S, scale it down to like, I don't know, 15%. Then I'm gonna drag it up. I'm gonna middle line horizontally, middle mouse pan, hold shift to kind of drag it down, press that just in case. No, not align vertically. Alright, so that is that. It fits really nice actually. Oh, not really, because it goes down to here. See, the box is this long. Oops, 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 oops. See? So if I hide the horse's B-roll, you'll notice this. Even though it's hiding it, it's good to crop it, because it comes back to haunt you. You can, if we kind of leave things to chance. I'm just looking at it to see if I like the B-roll. I think I want to press P, raise it up a bit so I can see some more over here. And I still have some negative space over here to give it that sense of height. Right there, that's good. I like that better. So I hid the horse's B-roll so you can see this bottom part. Again, I want to make sure everything is solid. I'm going to go ahead and use the rectangle tool. I'm going to hide this. And it's doing that same thing again. And then set to invert. Bye-bye. Press V as in Victor to get out of the tool. This part here. This part I need to crop out. I'm going to use the pen tool. Oh, but I'm going to select the asset first. Go up here. Then I'm going to I want to hide this. The reason why I'm being really OCD or precise about this is that I've had situations where I just left it alone, thinking, oh, you know, this layer is hiding it anyway, so why bother? But along the line, oftentimes things change, resizing or putting one asset above the other in terms of the layer stack or whatever, and it reveals the part that I did not, you know, meticulously clear out or mask out, and then you start getting confused as to what is what. That's why it's better to get rid of it now before things start to stack up and escalate in complexity. Anyway, so all of that is set up, and I'm gonna go grab this, make sure I pick whip it to the null, and then inside you can see the masking, right? Let me grab the null. Let me look at something. See? So instead I'm gonna go and set to subtract. There. Grab the null again. I'm gonna do this. Align top. Align horizontally. But align top is not exactly. So I'm gonna leave it back there. There. I'm gonna turn on the horses BRoll. I'm gonna grab the bridges BRoll, change the color to yellow, and then I'm gonna set it to lock it. There. So now if I play it, see? Anyway, so that's that part. I think that's about it. This is about 12 minutes. So as you can see, I've shown everything about that. Very useful. That one setup for the analog film strip, as you can see, that's applicable to multiple other things. And if I press P for position, X and the Y, yank it up some more. I do the same process. Add a here, 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 blah 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 blah. Yeah. Actually, it would have been good to have I'm just thinking right now that, well, I'd have to fill in all of these now. I mean, I have more. Yeah, but it would have been good to duplicate some of the footage ahead of time, and then you know, it doesn't matter because I had to end up duplicating this anyway, so it's just good to go and manually fit them in. There's no way around it. Something like that. Chuck it over, holding shift and or left click and then hold shift and then move. Something like that. I chose these footages because they're vertically aligned, so it kind of matches. Happy accident, 29%. Yeah, and then press P, and then kind of lower it. You want to avoid things like this at all costs. Gets it flush. There we go. And then, you know, obviously this part you gotta hide. Select the BRoll, select the mask, go in here, and then, you know, set to invert. There you go. And then that's it. Link it to the film strip. Boom. Change the color. Boom. And then this one, pizza BRoll, seems to be fairly short. Right. Alright, so I paused the video for a bit. I was contemplating showing one additional thing. It has to do with something called preserving the frame rate. But I think I'll show it in the next video. just a precursor. Basically, our main composition is running at 24 frames per second, but the footage, they're running at, what it be, 60 frames per second, or 30 frames per second, or 31.5, or 29.97, or 30 and 30, or 29.97. You could see these when you right click on it, columns, and you can see all these things, or things you don't want to see, like video info or file path. Well, file path you want. Comments, I don't need that. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about how to preserve the frame rate, and also about pre-comping all this stuff. But there's important things regarding the pre-comping process, which also relates to preserving the frame rate in relation to the main comp that is running at 24. So that'll be the next video, and I'm gonna just leave it like this for this video. Alright, bye.